No matter what's happening in Dead by Daylight, we can rest easy knowing that the art team will always take care of us. That being said, some characters eat better than others, and it should be no surprise that Clown is eating better than anybody else. So we know he's got style, we know he's got grace, we know that this clown has a funny face. But with nearly 40 unique cosmetic options, which one is the best? Hello everybody, I'm DasFood, and as you may already know, I am one of those degenerate P100 clown mains. A proper fan of bottle service, if you will. A sufferer of colorobrobia, if you must. Regardless of how you slice it, I love the clown, and I'm excited to talk about this absolute unit. So let's begin by asking the following question. What makes a good clown cosmetic? To me, a good clown cosmetic will ideally be gross, it will walk the line between playful and sinister, and it will look like something a clown or entertainer would actually wear in real life. Also, just for the record, I did include single item cosmetics like standalone knives, heads, and all that. But they don't tend to rank as highly just because they don't bring as much to the table. With these factors in mind, let's kick off the list and start at the bottom of my rankings, where we find the ones I call the recolors. These consist of all the skins where it's Clown's base cosmetic, which we won't rank today because it's great and I don't think that's really fair, but the shading is completely different. Clown has a great base look, so these recolors very much do look good, but there's no creativity whatsoever in them, so I can't rank them highly at all. If I had to put them in order, I would put the green and red recolor as the absolute bottom. Barf, gag, barf again, ew. After that, I'd go with the gray and black recolor. A clown wearing all black with few pops of color is an odd choice, but at least it looks alright. It's not terrible. Then we have the mostly blue outfit. It looks snazzy enough and pairs nicely with the headpiece that we'll talk about later. Next, I'd go with the red and blue one. It looks like a fancier version of Clown's regular look, so that's good. That's good stuff. Then we have my favorite of the basic recolors, the brown and yellow one. It was an interesting choice, but I don't hate it. Brown and yellow work surprisingly well together, hello Wyoming Cowboys, and this is a solid cosmetic. Moving along, we have the more detailed recolors. Comedy horror is just regular Clown, but now he's purple and has hexagons all over his body. It's not bad by any means, and I do love when cosmetics make heavy use of purple, but it's hard to get too excited about base skin recolors, even if they look nice. Then there's the bloody clown skin, which you get for reaching Prestige 6. And sure enough, it's Clown, but get this, he's covered in blood. Yep. That's the cosmetic. It's a fine reward for dumping some blood points into the character, but ultimately, bloody cosmetics are a dime a dozen. It's just a simple formula of base skin plus blood. I like it mostly for the weapon that actively drips blood, but overall, it's just okay. Finally, we get to shock humor, easily the best of the recolors. The yellow and teal color scheme looks great, and I like that they added the little 6 to Kenneth's forehead to add something new to the headpiece outside of just reshading the makeup. Still just a recolor, but a really, really good one at that. It's kind of convoluted, but we're going to count all of those as being in last place, even if I did technically rank them. I just find that easier since I don't have exceptionally strong feelings about the recolors one way or the other. We can now get into the list proper, and we'll start with number 27, Savage Smile, which was an event cosmetic. What a strange looking cosmetic this is, too. Gold face, red nose and hat, orange hair, and heavy black line work. Altogether, it just looks a little strange, but to be fair, Clown is a little strange, so maybe it's perfect. I don't know. I mostly dislike this one because it's a headpiece that doesn't pair especially well with any one body piece, and it's just pretty weak overall. Number 26 is Bright Havoc, which is a very rare cosmetic, one of my least favorite clown skins. The colors are bright to the point of inducing nausea. I'm a fan of the knife, but the original fish gutter is way better. In fact, everything about the original Backstage Carnage skin, which we'll get to later, is better. This one just isn't great. Number 25 is the crown of the entity and the 5th anniversary crown. There's not much of a difference between these two, so they're getting lumped together. I like the crowns as a concept, but they always looked a little odd, and it irks me that they can't be paired with other headpieces. Also, they're kind of pay to lose since they guarantee Clown will poke his head over every wall in the game. Not terrible, not great. I like the first crown more than the 5th anniversary one if we're going to rank the two. At number 24, we have Grim Circus, which is a very rare collaboration piece. And of all the bands to do a collaboration with Dead by Daylight, the boys from Des Moines, Iowa make some of the most sense. And if they were going to do this collabs, it was only natural that Sean Crane's clown mask be given to, the clown. I would have preferred for the game to go with either Crane's Volume 3 or All Hope Is Gone mask, but it seems like the band wanted DBD to use more modern masks, which is understandable if still disappointing. Overall, I find this mask to be kind of ugly, but it compared decently well with some of the body pieces. Number 23, we have another combo where I am combining Mrs. Gash, very rare, and Uncle Slicey, also very rare. I'm pairing these two together because they're essentially the same thing. They serve as new takes on Clown's well-established history of using straight razors as weapons. Between the two, I think Uncle Slicey is likely the better option, though I really don't mind the simplicity of Mrs. Gash. Though I'm not crazy about the name. That seems kind of gross. Very Cenobite of them. These are simple but unspectacular cosmetics, and the ranking shows that. At number 22, we have Lethal Trick, which is very rare. And look, this one is certainly disturbing. The knife is great, the pants are awesome, but the rest is just kind of so-so. It was made to look like a Spirit Halloween mask, and that's exactly what it is. So there's some good and bad. Overall, a fine enough cosmetic, though I'd be lying if I said I was crazy about it. It's just alright. At number 21, we get Jesterfied, which is also very rare. Likely meant to be a scarier recolor of the cartoon special skin. It still looks good, but I like that the other one seems a little more realistic, while this one screams, "This guy is going to hurt you!" Not bad by any means, but we have to get picky with so many great cosmetics, and recolors are kind of like cover songs. If you're going to tread familiar ground, it's best to swing for the fences, and unfortunately, this one comes up just a little short for me. At number 20, we have Great Ape, which again is very rare. Easily the best part of this cosmetic is the flavor text in the store that says an orangutan telepathically told Kenneth to be nicer to his horse, Maurice. That's so bizarre that I can't help but love it, even if it doesn't seem like he got the message at all. Beyond that, this is a busy cosmetic that pairs a fairly cool body and head with a subpar weapon. Nothing here is bad by any means, but when we're talking about DBD's cosmetic king, just alright isn't going to cut it. At number 19, we have Frosty Eyes, which are uncommon, and you should own them now because I think they gave them to everyone. So, simple but effective. Something about the glowing eyes is very off-putting. It's always hard to properly rate the one-off pieces that aren't full sets, but I genuinely do like the Frosty Eyes, and I combine it with a lot of cosmetic pieces. They look good. At number 18, we have the Lethal Lollipop, which is very rare. I'm personally very partial to the candy-themed weapons on all the killers, so I was very happy to see Clown finally get one. It's not a full cosmetic, of course, but as far as one-off pieces go, this one is really, really good. Sure, it looks bizarre in such a dark and desaturated game, but that shark was jumped long ago, and now I just want to enjoy things. In short, this is a funny little candy knife, and I think it's pretty cool, even if it's nothing groundbreaking and there are better candy weapons. At number 17, we have the Downtown Fair skin, which is rare, so hey, that's good, that's not as expensive. This is a cool skin that does come a little cheaper than most of Clown's wardrobe. Most everything about this one is pretty good, with the little hat atop his head being a real highlight. I like the orange hair, the black eyes, and the oversized shorts. My main gripe here is that the outfit feels a little muted aesthetically, with faded, desaturated colors making up most of the piece. The weapon is alright, I guess. I wouldn't call it anything special, and in short, this is a good but not great clown cosmetic, which mostly comes down to its fierce competition. Still, I have no problem running this one, and I think it looks nice. Number 16 is Pumpkin Eater, which is a rare skin. I'm at a loss for how I feel about this one. On the one hand, it's definitely fun. I enjoy the jack-o'-lantern motif and the heavy uses of orange and purple. The touch of green found at the socks, collar, and knife are all great too. Still, this is the third time Clown has gotten a variant of this skin, so I fear it's losing a little bit of its luster for me. Ultimately, I like it, but I do find myself wishing the mask was darker so the orange could stand out a little more, because right now it all just kind of runs together. We've now reached number 15, and from here, I really do like most of these cosmetics a good deal. So if your favorite one is here or higher, just know that, I've got nothing against it. They're all pretty good. So anyway, number 15 is Missing Cat, which is a very rare one. I always call this Clown's Old Deuteronomy cosplay, like from the play Cats, but that's neither here nor there. I realize that's just a me thing, but hey, who knows, maybe it catches on. Anyway, this one runs the risk of being a little too busy, but overall, I like the vibe of this concept. The milk bottle is very fun, though you will never be Milkman Billy, it's not gonna happen. The knife is unique, and the glowing yellow eyes are very unsettling, actually. They're kind of creepy to look at. Good stuff all around here. Again, we've really entered into a solid place for his cosmetics. Number 14 is the Toothed Fur, which is an event weapon, and yeah, this is how you do a single piece cosmetic. It's fun, seasonal, and still fits the character it was given to well enough. For as cool as this weapon is, it works because it still looks really nasty and like something the clown would actually use. It can go with any cosmetic, I mean, for the most part, but I think it works best with the Santa skin, which believe me, we'll be getting to. At number 13 is the Masquerade Mask, which is an event cosmetic, and look, I adore the Masquerade event, and I'm sad that it's coming to a permanent end this year. Trix, my dear, you deserved better than to be sunsetted like a defunct offering or item. Still, one lingering legacy of the Masquerade will be the awesome masks that the original killers got, and to nobody's surprise, behavior really took care of our boy the clown with his mask. This mask is everything I love about the character. It's goofy up front with something undeniably sinister underneath. Also, another cool thing about it is that if you want to pair it with another cosmetic, you can do so pretty cheaply via the blue Ringmaster recolor that we talked about at the start of the video. They look great together and it won't cost you too many bones, so that's a double win. At number 12, we have the Hot Dog Cook, which is an event skin for the summer barbecue. And look, I mean, goodness, he looks gross here. His pale skin is white to the point of being hard to look at, and that hair is not doing him any favors. Still, the color scheme is pretty fun, and this works great as a scorching barbecue cosmetic. It's also nice to see Clown's finger collection incorporated into a cosmetic in a new and novel way, rather than just the usual way of the ring around his belt loop. This one's not bad at all, though I will say a minor gripe I have is I hate how the tie looks like it's clipping through his chest. Even though I'm pretty certain it's supposed to be like poking out of his shirt, it just looks a little off to me. But outside of that, this one's great. At number 11, we have the Summer Funfair, which is a very rare skin. Like most recolors, this one is easy to explain. It's a cosmetic we've already seen before, but shaded differently. Also similar to most recolors, this one does not surpass the original. I do like this one enough, and I think the mask is really great. It's just overall a smidge less perfect than the one it's based off of, which we'll get to soon. Great weapon, cool clown shoes, and a killer fun mask. Haha, not bad at all. Before we get to the top 10, I would ask that if you're enjoying this, please do like and subscribe. We are trying to climb here. I would love to get the little like Twitch shirts and all that on my survivors, just because I guess I need the validation or something pathetic like that. But anyway, if you would like and subscribe, that'd be cool. If you don't, it's okay. You can stick around. I think you're neat all the same. Anyway, continuing onward, we get to number 10, Lord of the Underworld, which is very rare. Casting Clown as Hades was a rather inspired idea, but the end result is far from bad. I absolutely adore the Cerberus Shiv and find myself using this set just to see that in action. His horns and mask are also rather off-putting, which works well for a skin that isn't supposed to reflect real-life clowns. Another cool detail is his hair, which is made to look like fire. This is very cool for a character that more or less lives in hell. So yeah, really great stuff here. Number 9 is the Cartoon Special, which is very rare. I like this one a lot. It's goofy and kind of makes me think of Cam from Modern Family, but that's a good thing. I prefer for Clown to look more like the 1990 miniseries Pennywise rather than the obviously sinister aesthetic we got in 2017. The oversized weapon is ridiculous in all the right ways, and I really enjoyed the silly top hat and tie. This one's just fantastic. Number 8, we have Children's Parties, very rare. Funnily enough, this one gives me Michael Myers vibes from the opening of the film, you know, when he stabbed his sister. The razor makes for a gnarly weapon. I like that this is very much something a clown would actually wear. The mask is just alright, it's not bad, and I like the lack of emotion that hides Clown's true nastiness, but this isn't a top tier clown headpiece, and it holds back what is otherwise a very stellar cosmetic. Still, I do like the mask. It's not like I hate it. I mean, come on, it's ranked this highly for a reason, but I think it's the only thing holding this back from being like elite. At number 7, we have Backstage Carnage, which is a rare skin. Kenneth looks iconic here. The fish gutter is one of his coolest weapons, the gloves are a fun touch, the purple and black Judgment Day color scheme is fantastic, and it's cool to see those rippling abs of his, which are so big and strong they actually bulge outwards. Very impressive. I adore the skin and I wear it regularly. Number 6, just outside of the top 5, we get Exuberant, very funny name, for a very rare skin. And oh my goodness, I love this cosmetic. The knife is fun to use on any combination of cosmetics, but I feel like the mask and the body pieces are nearly perfect too. Yes, it's rather comedic, but again, this guy is masquerading as a clown. They're supposed to be silly, goofy, lighthearted. He can get away with this. The yellow gloves pop really well, and I adore those preposterous chicken feet he put over his regular shoes. It just makes me laugh every time. Kicking off the top 5, we have a name I will definitely pronounce wrong. Pagliaccio. Something like that. It's very rare. Okay. Super cool, super spooky. This is easily one of Clown's scariest skins, so congrats to Schmiesky, hope I got that right too, who designed this for the community cosmetic contest. I really love the stark white clothing and the sickening bloodstains. It's a great contrast. The yellow eyes with the red stripes give me serious Pennywise vibes, which is rather cool because at this point I guess we're just not getting Pennywise. As soon as I say that, I know they're going to announce it tomorrow, but hey, I'll take that one for the team. If I may be a little nitpicky, the weapon doesn't quite work for me. It's very bulky, rather impractical, and I'm just not sure it really fits the rest of the cosmetic. Still, this is a top-notch skin outside of that. I really, really like what this one accomplished. At number 4, we have Carny Claws, which is very rare. This is a perfect seasonal skin that I break out every Christmas. The Santa costume is a lot of fun, and this is almost definitely Clown's coolest weapon. I basically use this one almost without stopping, that's my go-to, that's my default. The belly maggots and the hair from his nether regions are a little extra, but they definitely leave an impression, if nothing else. This is also one of the few times where I don't mind that behavior gave a skin a bulky back piece, which they are wont to do, because a Santa cosmetic needs his sack of toys. One of my favorite skins, despite a few minor flaws. Also, it's cool to see Kenneth without his grease paint for once. That's just a neat little thing that I never thought we'd see. Number 3, Seething Entertainer, which is very rare. They're all very rare from this point out. Every killer main looks forward to the day when their character gets a blighted skin, and for Clown, it was well worth the wait. His jack-o'-lantern face is horrifying, his oozing belly is repulsive, and his knife works great despite being way oversized. I actually like that the flower on Clown's lapel has been turned into one of the Blight's cankers. That's a fun touch. My only complaint here is that I have to see the Clown's feet. I thought that this character was safe from the devs' very obvious fetish, but I guess not, and that's kind of gross. Number 2, we have Pulcinella coming in at the runner-up spot. It's a very rare skin, and I may be in the minority here, but this is definitely one of my absolute favorite Clown skins. The proportions look hilarious and goofy, but that face circles back around to being truly disturbing. In its own way, the Pulcinella skin checks every box I want from a Clown skin. The old rusty knife is pretty nasty too, so that's great. This is a top tier Clown skin, and I almost put it at number 1, but I mean, come on. We all knew what number 1 was going to be. And on that note, number 1 is Mr. Puddles, which is very rare. I mean no offense to the devs when I say this, but the community definitely managed to beat them and develop the very best Clown cosmetic. This has everything I look for in a Clown skin, save for the knife being just fine rather than great. But let's be honest here, the Mr. Puddles head and body combined to create one of DVD's most iconic attires. He's funny, he's scary, he's everything the Clown should be. What's even better is that now that the pizzeria has been added to the game, a Clown player can stand beside Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie without even looking out of place. He just looks like he's one of them. And that's fun. An absolute home run of a cosmetic design. But that is going to do it for me. Now, I want to hear your takes on this. Which cosmetic is your favorite? Which one did I overrate, underrate? All the usual stuff there. And if you want to see me do a deep dive on cosmetics on another killer, just let me know and I'd be happy to do it. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are having a great day wherever you are. And until the next one, I've been Das Food. Bye, friends.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase.